Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Continuing with exercise 15, we were on question number 7. Now the question number 7 is that a plane is at a height of 300 meters. So you have a plane over here which is at a height of 300 meters. Okay, its height from the ground is 300 meters and it is 500 meters away from the airport. Now if this is the airport at the point B and this is the plane, then the distance between the airport and the plane, okay, this is the distance between the airport and the plane. This distance between the airport and between the airport and the plane, here we have the plane and here we have the airport. This distance is equal to 500 meters. It means this length is 500 meters, the plane is at the height of 300 meters, and what we have to do is, and it's 500 meters away from the airport as shown in the figure. How much distance will it travel to land at the airport? Now if the plane is over here, it means it will land at the point B. At the point B we have the airport. Okay, here we have the airport and this is the plane. Now they want us to find this distance. Okay, how much distance it has to cover to land at the airport. Now we know that the height is always taken perpendicular to the ground, so it means that over here we have a right triangle, and we know that this length is 500 meter and this is 300 meter, and we want this length AB. So it's so simple. We want to find the hypotenuse, because the hypotenuse is the side which is opposite to 90 degrees. We know that this angle is 90. This is the ground and this is the height of the aeroplane. The height of the height of anything, aeroplane or any object, is always taken perpendicular to the ground. Okay, so it means that the length, let AB be the, we want to find the length AB. Now we know that AB over here is the hypotenuse. So AB whole square must be equal to BC whole square plus AC whole square. Now putting the value of BC, we know it is equal to 500. So we are going to get the square of 500 plus AC is 300 square. Now this will be equal to 25. Okay, this is equal to 2,50,000 or 250,000. Okay, and this will be equal to 90,000. We are going to add these two and we are going to get 25. So we have 4 zeros over here plus 90,000, 90 and 1,000. This will give us equal to 340,000. The answer will be 340,000. Now AB whole square is equal to this, taking the square root of both the sides. Okay, what do we have over here? From here, this can be written as 34 into 100 into 100. Out of this, 100 will come out of the square root sign and we are going to have 100 into under root 34 meters is going to be the answer. So this will be the distance of the plane, the distance that the plane has to cover in order to land at the airport, and this completes the solution. Okay, so this is the answer. Now let's move to the next question. Hurry up. Now we have the question number 8. A ladder 17 meter long. We have a ladder whose length, length is 17 meter and rests against a vertical wall. So there is a vertical wall and obviously we will have a ground. Let me draw the picture. Let AB be the wall. Okay. Let AB be the wall. Okay. And there obviously will be a ground, and this is a vertical wall. It means that it will make an angle of 90 degrees with the horizontal ground. And now vertical wall, the foot of the ladder is 8 meters away from the base of the wall. This is the base of the wall, and suppose this is the ladder. Okay, if this is the ladder, then the foot of the ladder will be over here. Okay, we have a ladder which is leaning against a wall. This is the vertical wall, and the distance of the foot of the ladder from the wall is given to be equal to 8 meters. Now 17 meters the length of the ladder. So if this is the ladder and AB is the wall, BC is the ladder. Okay, sorry, not BC, AC. AC is the ladder, BC is the ground. Okay, we are given length of the ladder, we are given the distance between the foot of the ladder from the base of the wall. This is the wall, B will be the base of the wall. Now what they want is how high up the wall will the ladder reach. Okay, we have to find this height to which the ladder has reached on the wall. So it means that we want to find this. Let AB be equal to x, we have to find x. We know that this is a right triangle, so the hypotenuse square must be equal to perpendicular square plus base square. Here the hypotenuse is 70 because it is opposite to the 90 degrees. So 17 whole square is equal to perpendicular, which is x square, and which is the length that we required, plus base is 8 square. So from here x square will be 17 whole square minus 8 whole square. We know that 17 square is 289. 289 minus 64, x square will be 289 minus 64, which is equal to 225, and x will be the positive square root of 225, which is 15. So it means that the length of this height will be equal to 15, and this is what they wanted us to find out. So this completes the solution of question number 8, and this also completes our questions from the exercise 15. Let's move to the next exercise. Now in question number 2, review exercise 15, we are given different triangles and there are the unknown lengths, and with the help of Pythagoras theorem we can easily find this length because all these are right triangles. Okay, so for example, in the first part it is given that this length is equal to 3 and this length is equal to 4. We know that the hypotenuse is always the side which is opposite to 90 degrees. It means x will be the hypotenuse. It means that hypotenuse square is equal to perpendicular square plus base square. You can take any of these sides as base and perpendicular, does not matter because you have to add them at the end. Hypotenuse square x square is equal to perpendicular square plus 3 square. This will be equal to x square is equal to 16 plus 9, which is equal to 25. If x square is equal to 25, this implies that x is equal to 5. So this is how we find the value of this length. Similarly, in this question again we have a right triangle. In this we are given the hypotenuse and the perpendicular. We have to find the base. Again using the same hypotenuse square plus base square. Hypotenuse is 10. So 10 square is equal to perpendicular square plus base, which is the unknown side. Okay, we have to find this. To find x square, we have to shift this 36 into towards the left hand side. So x square will be 10 square minus 6 square, that is 100 minus 36, which is equal to 100 minus 36 is I think 64. Let me check it. Yes, it's 64. So x will be under root 64, which is equal to 8. So this length will be 8. Now moving to the third part. Over here we are given the base and hypotenuse. We have to find the perpendicular. So again we are going to use the same formula. Okay, hypotenuse is 13 square is equal to perpendicular is x square plus base is 5 square. From here x square will be 13 square minus 5 square, that is 169 minus 25, and 169 minus 25 will be 144 x square is equal to 144. This implies that x is equal to 12. Now these are the three parts of question number 2. There is one more part of this question. I'll write it after erasing the first three parts. The last part is that we are given the triangle, a very small triangle. The fourth part is if we are given a triangle, again we have a right triangle. Okay, this length is 1 centimeter, this is x, and this is under root 2 centimeter. Again we have to find the value of x. For that, once again we are going to use the Pythagoras theorem. Because it is a right triangle, we can easily use Pythagoras theorem because it is satisfied by all the lengths of all the right triangles. Hypotenuse is under root 2, so square will be 2. Perpendicular is x square, which we have to find, plus base is 1. So x square will be equal to, this is 2. Okay, so under root 2 whole square minus 1 will be x square. Shifting plus 1 to the left hand side, I will cancel it out. This will be 2 minus 1, which is equal to 1. If x square is 1, then obviously the positive square root of 1 is 1. So we will get the value of x to be equal to 1. So this completes the exercise as well as chapter 15. The syllabus, the short syllabus of chapter 15.